Welcome back. Saving a species, that's a task that really takes a village.
From the U.S. Coast Guard to the state DLNR to NOAA and the USGS, everyone seems to be lending a hand to save a certain type of local duck. KITV4's Brenton Awa has the story.
How many times have you heard people talk about getting your ducks in a row? For these people, that saying isn't only literal, it's critical, and it could save a species. Laysan ducks have been on the brink of extinction. Now there's a new effort to bring them back.
One of the key aspects was to enhance and expand the populations of these critically endangered species.
These ducks used to live across many of the Hawaiian Islands, but invasive species like rats and rabbits nearly wiped them away.
So we're really lucky that they're still on the planet. When the rabbits were removed, the population numbers came up. So by 1825, they were starting to recover.
Until recently, these ducks were only found on two northwestern Hawaiian islands, Laysan and Midway. Scientists from several organizations, along with the Coast Guard, carried out a plan to reestablish the species on a new environment at Kure Atoll.
And on Kure, we were able to get rid of a lot of the ants, the rats, the weeds that were contributing to the loss of habitat and predation of the species.
It was really awesome. At first I didn't know much about it, but after talking to biologists, found out that they were critically endangered. There were only, I think 11 in 1911. There were only 11 of these ducks that they knew of.
Now 28 of them are on Kure. It's another step in the right direction.
You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket, of course, and so this helps spread the risk of catastrophic catastrophes that could wipe out a single population on a small island.
Brenton Awa, KITV4 News.
28 ducks were released on a rehabilitated watershed on Kure Atoll.
And scientists say that they're hopeful that the population will continue to grow, but they won't know if the ducks are breeding until sometime next year when they check on them.